Welcome to Brighter Financial Future. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how I got into Bitcoin. Now, this story takes place a little over 3 years ago. One of my friends, he was a huge cryptocurrency fan. He kept on telling me to get into it. I wasn't really sure about it because it wasn't no real easy way to get into cryptocurrency. And then one day, me and my buddy went to a UFC fight to watch actually John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, and it was a great fight. It was a good event, but my buddy owed me $100, and I remember he told me he can either pay me in cash or he could pay me in Bitcoin. And I said, you know what? Why not pay me in Bitcoin? I didn't really know how to get it, but he said I'm gonna have to download a wallet, this Bread wallet, and he's gonna send me the money into my account. So he sends me $100 into my account. So he gives me this money. I have a cryptocurrency, and I'm like, okay, now what? So I have it, and every day I start looking at it, and every day that $100 became 105, 110, 115. Slowly started creeping up. It went to 200, and I'm looking like, man, I need to really get some more Bitcoin. But how do I do this? Because Coinbase isn't what it is now. There was no easy way to just buy cryptocurrency as far as Robinhood, whatever platform you had. It wasn't easy like it is now. Now PayPal has cryptocurrency. So I couldn't really get away into it. So I started doing research on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken. That's these different platforms where they're kind of like an exchange to actually buy these currencies. And I started doing all this massive research. And eventually I decided the best way for me to get into the crypto game, so the best way for me to actually invest in cryptocurrency was to go through Coinbase. But then I also heard at the time, so not only did I have to find an institution, a new bank account to transfer money into Coinbase, and from Coinbase, I bought Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I didn't put a lot of money into it, but it was a lot of money to me. So now I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, but at the time I wanted Ripple because my friend said Ripple is the coin to get. So I had to get Bitcoin, Ethereum, take that over and sign up to a Binance account, transfer over my crypto to Binance, and that Binance transfer either Ethereum or Bitcoin, and Ethereum is a little bit quicker with the transaction, into Binance to buy Ripple, which is XRP at the time. It was a lot of steps just to buy coins. The ease to buy Ripple now, it's like night and day. But you have to go through 3 or 4 different brokerages just to get the coin that you want, and then you have to wait for it to clear. It was a mess. So that's what I did. I had to go through all these different ventures. Now, this is the kicker. I got into cryptocurrency in July of 2017. It took me about 3 to 4 months to do my research to finally feel comfortable, to find a way to put money into the game. Now, when I started putting money into the game, and for my money to clear, it was around December 17th. Now, if anybody knows, this is when the spike started to happen. The money just started to flow all the way up. You had everybody buying cryptocurrency. It was the thing to do. Now it's pretty instant to actually put your money in there, but at the time it took some time to kind of clear. And so now I have my money invested. I'm feeling a rush like everybody else. I'm buying into it, and then it starts to dip. Well, rule number 1, they always say, buy the dip. So I buy the dip, it dips again. Okay, I'm not really feeling that, but I'll buy the dip again. And it bounces up a little bit, but then it starts to drop again, and I continue to buy the dip. I'm buying it, lower increments at this point, but every day it seems just dip, lower and lower. It reached a high of 18, like basically close to 20,000 in December. And then from there, it started to slowly tank all the way down from 18 to 16 to 14 to 12,000 to 10,000. And over time, you really, even if it's like a $50 or $100, you feel it. You don't feel good losing money. At least I don't feel good losing money. And the money just slowly tanks from December to January, and it goes all the way down, lower and lower, until finally in February of 2018, it went from almost 20,000 to like 8,000, and it's still bouncing up and down. But at that time, I was just so disgusted with cryptocurrency, I just said, forget it. At this point, I was down so much. I went from just making all this money with cryptocurrency, now I'm just down. I'm going to tell myself, you know what? All the money I have invested in cryptocurrency, I'm not going to touch it. Overall, I believe that it's always going to make some form of value, even though when people, at that point, it was easy to bash people who invest in cryptocurrency. It was like, oh, cryptocurrency is not real, blah, blah, blah. But I knew that it did have a value because at the end of the day, people put a value on things and people believed in cryptocurrency. So in my mind, I let the money sit in there. Now the money, even though it dropped, it was still higher than January 2017. So it didn't tank all the way down to 2016 or 2015 levels, like under 1,000. It still maintained its value, at least, around 3,000, give or take, depending on the day, up to 5,000 to 6,000. So it maintained its value somewhat if you take away the spike in December and January. Basically, you take away that run up, it did okay. I just happened to get caught in a crossfire and buy more during this time. And keep in mind, I'm new in investment. I never did anything else at this point, just cryptocurrency. So now I'm just like, okay, I just have to let it ride. So I let it ride, and I just really just wrote it off. I didn't look at it. I didn't pay attention to the market for like a year or two. But I knew I was either going to get my money back or it's going to go to zero. Either or, I was just going to write it all out. In my mind, that money was lost money. But yeah, I was just done. So from there, I just started investing in the stock market. And actually, cryptocurrency got me involved in the stock market. So that's the good thing about it for me. It got me comfortable enough to just start investing because there was no one that taught me about investing. I'm really just self-taught and just had to learn as much as possible from different people. Just talking to my friends and professionals and things of that nature. I am grateful for cryptocurrency for getting me into investing in general, because I think investing in general is an important thing, which I'm going to bring back to our current position with cryptocurrency. Now, we're having a huge run up on cryptocurrency. I'm hearing the same stories I heard in 2017. Oh, it's going to go up to, 50,000, 100,000. People are throwing these big numbers out there. And yes, do I think it'll go up at some point? I do. I do see it's the same pattern as last time. I think it may dip, but I still feel like it's going to bounce back up. I think at the end of the day, cryptocurrency, as long as you hold it for the long term, it should hold some value, because I feel like at the end of the day, people give cryptocurrency value. But that brings me back to today. We had the cryptocurrency go up and down, up and down. I was like, you know what? Let me just go back and just look at these charts. When I look at these charts, it just reminds me too much of 2017, the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018. And the dates are just so similar from December to January. Now we're into January. We're in January as well. And I say to myself, what is rule number one when it comes to investing? Rule number one is don't lose money. Rule number two is remember rule number one. I believe Warren Buffett said that. So as I sit here, I'm actually up in my cryptocurrency, and actually just holding, I'm actually doing all right. I'm up. I'm in a position where I'm up now, from being up huge to being down huge, and I'm back up. And my gut's telling me I should take profits. I just keep on saying, take the profits, take the profits, take the profits. Another part of me is saying it's going to go up to 50,000, 40,000. But a part of me feels that's greed. So what I'm going to do, looking at this chart, I'm going to stay invested in cryptocurrency, but not with my principal. So I'm actually going to withdraw my principal from cryptocurrency and let my winnings continue to win. And that's my goal. I'm just going to sell a portion of Bitcoin, take off a little bit of profits. If it goes up, I'm still in the game. If it goes down, I took my profits. Now, if it drops to like 25K, I'll probably jump back in there. But I feel like it's really high right now. I feel like everybody's just trying to get into the game. And I'm not sure how long that will last for. I feel like it's just the hot chick on the block that everybody's investing in right now. And this run up is really crazy. And anything can happen. And I'm not comfortable risking my winnings. At the end of the day, when you're winning, you have to be a gracious winner. And if it goes up to $100,000, I'm fine, I already made some money, so I'm good either way. That's my plan for Bitcoin in 2021. I will keep some of my holdings in some of the other coins. I might do some other trading with some of the more lesser known coins. But for now, I'm going to take out my principal and play with the house money. That's it. And that's my story of how I got into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I hope you enjoyed this video. But as a disclaimer, this show is for entertainment purposes only and not to be considered financial advice. If you really enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Until later, have a good one. I'm out.